Hello, everyone. My guest today needs no introductions anymore. You know who he is. He's Brian Boom Kelleher. Brian, what's going on, brother? How you doing, my man?
What's up, man? Boom.
Boom. How was it to get the Orlando crowd to do that for you?
Oh, it's amazing. I have that little clip that I put up on Instagram. Like when they reacted to it, like it was so much louder than I thought it was gonna be. It was unreal, man.
That's unbelievable. Whenever they were doing that, I was like, so happy for you. It looked like you were glowing in there, man.
Yeah, I was on cloud nine after that, and the crowd was just it made it even better just hearing how loud they were and everything. And even during that last exchange, just the roar that the crowd had was crazy.
So have you come down yet, or have you kind of taken it in yet? Has it soaked in yet that you beat the former champion, Renan Barao?
Yeah, yeah, it's slowly soaking in. I would say like the morning after the fight, I kind of woke up. I made a post. I kind of had like some tears of joy, like just reminiscing about what just happened. Because right after, it's just kind of a blur, and you're like, wow, like I just beat this guy, like that's crazy. But now it's come back to me. I kind of slowed down. I'm back home now, so able to soak it all in and take it in, and I just feel amazing right now.
So how did you feel on the way heading out? I know last time we had talked a little bit about some of the stuff you experienced on your first fight in the UFC. Any nerves on the way out there or anything like that?
Yeah, this plane ride went really smooth. I think I also was like, I knew it was a shorter flight, so that made me a little more at ease. And then, I was just so excited for this fight, big opportunity that I think that helped me just want to be there, want to get there. And it wasn't something foreign to me anymore. I had flown to Brazil, Poland, so now I'm like, all right, Florida's nothing. So it was nice and easy, went smooth, everything went good. So I'm happy about that.
Absolutely. Well, every opponent in the UFC, I'm sure for you, has been a tough opponent. But I mean, beating a former champion in Renan Barao, did this win have a little bit more behind it for you? Did it feel like a little bigger in the moment?
Oh yeah, 100%. A lot of guys talk about how he was the former world champ, and even myself. I mentioned to Ariel, I was like thinking about this guy for weeks and weeks, visualizing the fight, and I would do it before bed. So it was just tough to fall asleep. My heart was going. I was like I felt like it was real, like I was in the fight already. So but that's a good thing. Come fight time, I'm able to put that aside and be cool, calm, collected, and just get out there and be unfazed by the moment and just have pure self confidence and go for it.
Unbelievable, man. Speaking of the MMA Hour with Ariel, I got to give you a bit of a hard time, bro. So you start out his show with some awesome, perfect rap, rehearsed and everything.
Yeah.
And then whenever you go to shout me out on Instagram, fail. We blew it. What's up with that, man? Is that where we're at? I was like, what?
No, no, I wrote that like last second for it. It was like it was kind of corny. Like it was funny,
It
the
was still
rap, but
cool. It
like
was still
it
cool.
was it was cool, yeah. But it wasn't like displaying my rapping
Right.
skills. It was more to like kind of throw a little something funny out
Yeah,
there. You know what I
exactly.
mean? But don't worry, I'll have something for you next time. All right?
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, speaking of that, I actually figured I had to change my Instagram handle because of that. Because of
Canvas
the
conversations.
yeah, did you notice I did that afterwards?
No, 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 I didn't see it, but I felt so bad. I'm like, see, yeah, fuck.
No, we had a good. Me and my girlfriend, we were laughing at it. We had a good laugh at it. It was pretty cool, man. But I just figured, since there was maybe that confusion, I'd go ahead and change it. And it's actually, I feel like it's helping out a little bit. So
Yeah, no, I love that name, man. Canvas conversations, like that's a really cool name. It's unique.
cool, man. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed. Well, back to the fight stuff. After that big win, I thought you killed it on the mic, man. What was the best part about that mic experience for you? I know you called out John Lineker. Was that part of it, or was it the boom part?
I mean, the boom part can't be topped because like the crowd after that was like it was unreal how loud it was. But that's why I did it twice. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, that was loud. I'm like, can I get it one more?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I mean, Anna came up to me and he was like, we got about 60 seconds. So when he said that, it was cool because I got adrenaline going, so I'm gonna forget what I want to say. But I usually come with a plan. For if I win my fight, I have something lined up because you got to ask for what you want. So in my head, I knew, but when he said that, it really was clear to me like, okay, I got to hit this. I got quick 60 seconds. Let's go right away and just drop the mic on it. So I did the boom, and then I thought about Lineker, and I know he had that tooth surgery. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw that out there and tell him like, let's go, you know. And it's funny too, because after I said that, I realized I got a missing tooth, so it looks bad on me. I'm like, get your tooth fixed. Meanwhile, my tooth is missing right here, you know. So that was
Uh,
funny. But yeah, I just let it all rip, man, and I think it was perfect. I cut a good promo, and I think they're gonna look to give me Lineker next.
yeah, I'm bummed we missed the curling act though.
Oh my God, I'm so pissed off, man. It was so funny. The crowd was laughing, right? But they cut to like, I think they cut to the Fox desk or something.
Right.
And I was in the cage doing that. It was actually my brother's friend Brett. He came up with the idea the night before the fight, whatever. He's like, yo, you know, it'd be hilarious because the Olympics is on right now. If you guys did like a curling thing where we do this and then my corners get in and start chopping. So I did it. And like the crowd was loving it, but everyone missed it. I'm so pissed off. I wish
Uh,
they could find that clip.
yeah, I was looking all over YouTube to see if we could find it. I couldn't see anything. Maybe somebody got it with their phone or something. It'll surface eventually.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Someone's got to get that up there.
That's hilarious. So, did you rehearse the John Lineker tooth thing, or did that just come to you when you were in the octagon?
No, man, that was all me. You know, that was just improvisation, and I was just like, you know, I knew Lineker was on my mind, but it's hard to really think about it because you got Barao in front of you. So I'm like, focus on this guy. Don't look too far ahead. I'm like a psychological type person where like, if I start thinking too far ahead, I'm like, no, 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 no. Like I got Barao. You know, I got to focus. You know, I got to stay humble with this. I can't think automatically like that's gonna happen. So I wait till the moment and then I just improvised it and said what I had to say, and it came out perfect. I was happy with it.
Yeah, I thought it came out very well too. Very well said. So I saw afterwards you guys had a little bit of you and Lineker had a bit of back and forth banter on Twitter. How confident are you now that you've caught his attention that you can get that fight?
Yeah, I'm really confident. I think when a guy responds to you like that on Twitter, it just shows that they recognize who you are. You know, they got their eye on you, and I think by him saying some stuff to me, you know, it's all respect, but we're having fun. You know, this is part of the game. I love it. You know, I have fun with it. I don't take it personal. Whatever he wants to say, it's good for me. In all honesty, he's number 6. This is the goal. You know, I kind of want a faster track towards the title because I'm 31. I've had a lot of fights in this sport. I know I'm new to the UFC, but this is what I want. And beating Barao the way that I did, I know I didn't get the finish, but I think it was a really impressive performance. You know, I was about 10 seconds away from a KO in my opinion. So I think the UFC sees that and they like me and they want to, you know, give me that next guy that's going to put me in closer title contention.
You pick up this huge win over a former champion, but if you look over Twitter, I mean, obviously there's haters everywhere, but you can see some people just really not buying into the win very much. Does that take away from it or take away from the win from you at all? Or do you just look past it?
Yeah, you know, it definitely stings a little bit. I see that, but I think people were doing that before this fight about Barao, you know, kind of writing him off. And I'll be honest, man. I mean, looking at the guy, he looks lean to me. He looks in great shape. I mean, he moved to ATT. They got a great facility there, a lot of great fighters there, and their coaching staff is really well sought out with, you know, game planning and watching film on guys. And I thought for sure he came prepared to kill me in there. You know, like he felt sharp in there to me. I performed probably the best I have in my career, and I'm in my prime. So I don't like to see people write someone off like that when they never fought in their life and they're just kind of talking on there, just spitting hate out there. But in the end, that's what it is, man. It's just hate. You know what? All attention is good attention as far as I'm concerned. So everyone's got their eyes on me, whether they want to hate or not. It's all good for me. It's good marketing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I think if Barao would have beat you, I think everybody would have been claiming he's back. He's back, he's
Exactly.
back. So it's interesting the way that they just didn't appreciate it, I guess.
Yeah, you know what? And on the Fox desk, I know Bisping said something nice. Like he was like, you know, we should really be talking about Kelleher here, not about how Barrao's fallen off, or you know, we should be
Exactly,
talking about
exactly.
Kelleher's performance and beating former world champ, which I thought was cool. But not everyone thinks like that, you know.
Yeah, especially when you guys are the same age and everything.
Yeah, and he's lost to guys who are killers, and he's lost to the current world champ. You know, it's
Mm-hmm.
not like he's losing to nobodies. I mean, I'm the guy that's coming in that is a new guy that maybe they'll be like, oh, this is the one that you know they can say he's kind of going on his downfall, but I'm going on my up climb. So it's like, you know, it's however you look at it, it's all perspective.
Right. They just maybe don't know yet that you're a killer as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw on Instagram you posted a picture of you and Barao after the fights. Did you guys have a little conversation then?
Yeah, I don't think he speaks really good English, but like it's all respect. I saw him after, and it takes two to do this. I mean, I wouldn't be able to build my name if it wasn't for him taking the fight and willing to fight me and put it on the line. So for me, it's respect after the fight, always, no matter what. And I thought it's a legend. It's a former world champ. I want to get a picture because this is like a moment I'll never forget. So I saw him in the back room with the green room they call it, where we get food and stuff. And I just asked him, can I get a quick pic? And I said, I respect you. Thank you for the fight. And he said, thank you as well. And it was short, but it was nice to have that exchange.
That's cool. That's awesome. So I gotta know, man, what did you think about the main event with Stevens and Emmett?
Yeah, man, I was bummed for Emmett. I felt bad. I Dan Murgliata was my ref as well. I think there was just some confusion. And I don't blame Jeremy Stevens. I like that guy too. I love watching him fight, but he's a killer. He's got really crazy killer instinct. I mean, I seen he was warming up in my locker room, and that guy's just a mean guy. Like I felt bad for his partner back there. Like he was just taking shots. But in the fight, you're in the heat of the moment. He threw the knee, but I think he was confusing the rules between a downed opponent with the knee and a downed opponent with the feet because if you're on one knee or two knees, you're down, whether the hands are down or not. But if you're on a foot or if you're on your feet and you're playing that game with the fingertips, the new rules is that the fingertips don't count. So if the fingertips are reaching down, you can knee me to the head. But if my palms are down all the way or my knuckles are down, then you can't. So it was really on the ref. I mean, the ref was looking right at it. He was close to them, but right after that knee grazed, which I don't think was the finishing shot. It was the elbows after that and the strikes after that. But the ref could have tried to step in before those shots, separate them, take a point, bring the doctor in. Maybe Emmett could have continued, which I would have loved to see that. But unfortunately, he took those finishing shots right after that illegal knee, and we didn't get that. That split up. So it's really unfortunate, but you can't blame anybody really. It's hard to be a ref in this sport too
Mm.
to make split decision calls. So who knows, man? Maybe they'll overturn it, but that rarely ever happens.
Yeah, I feel like the referee position is a thankless position too.
Yeah, man, it's a tough job. You got people talking outside, but to be a ref and to be able to make a split decision call that fast, it's tough.
Mm.
Especially when you're not in the perfect position at all times.
Exactly. Where did you watch the main event at?
I was in the green room watching. I was eating a bunch of food. I was just watching the fights. Like it was awesome. They don't let us out in the crowd. I would have loved to go out there. My older brother Keith was out there watching the fight, and I wanted to see those guys. I'm sure they were going nuts for me, but they don't let us out there. So I was watching in the back with my dad, my brother, and my coach Nabi, and we were all kind of like, man, that's unfortunate. Just like that was an illegal strike, but they didn't do nothing about it.
Wow. So what did you do to celebrate after the fights? It was a big win, so I'm sure you did a little bit of celebrating.
Yeah, actually, my manager Brian Butler from Sucker Punch Entertainment, he had brought me a custom bottle of whiskey, some bourbon that he got, which I'm not like a big drinker or anything, but I'll sip, like one drink pretty much after a fight. So we made a toast with that. That was really nice, and it was cool. They had Boom on the front of the glass and like the date, February 24th, Orlando. So that was really nice, and we all made a toast. I went down to the lobby at the hotel. All the fighters were there. I saw Faber. He had some nice words to say to me, and I saw all these other people that were just, telling me how awesome my fight was. So it was really nice. And that's all I need. I had my family there, my girlfriend there. I'm really low key. I didn't have to do anything, just kind of be with the people I love and have one drink and have some good food. And that was it.
Beautiful, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly not trying to rush you at all, but I'm curious, how are you feeling in terms of injuries and all that? And when do you think you're going to be able to make it back to the gym?
Yeah, man, my hand was pretty swollen after the fight. I thought maybe something happened, but I've had a broken hand before, and it definitely is not broken. I mean, maybe some ligament damage or something. I don't know. I'm gonna get an MRI on it because it just feels like real sensitive when I like grab stuff. But the swelling went down, and it's getting better each day, so I think it's all right. But safe to just get it checked out. Then he got my leg with those calf kicks that he hit me with. and nothing's really hurting bad. It's just bumps and bruises. It'll take me a week. I'll be back in the gym in a week, I imagine, and getting right back to it. Hopefully, like I said, Atlantic City, and if not, I'm cool with you know anything from now till June. I'd like to get in there before June 1st, the latest. That's Utica, New York. I'm from Long Island, so anywhere from here to then, I'm ready to go.
There you go. There you go. Well, we're looking forward to it, Brian. I appreciate your time, man. Before I let you go, uh, I noticed your cup there, but besides your cup, besides that cute little cup you got there, what's the? I see a little label there you got hanging out there. What is that?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
some lotion here. This has been helping
Okay.
me out after the fight. This is the Turp House CBD lotion that I use. They also have the tinctures. So if anyone's interested, you go to the turphouse.com, and they got some good products there that they have. And yeah, as far as my other sponsors go, if I can give them a quick
Yeah,
shout out,
absolutely.
I got Hummus Fit. That's my meals that they supply for me. Those guys have been really helpful, giving me just delicious, clean food leading up to my fight. And we got Supplement Kings, who's my supplement sponsor. And then we got Cryology, who also helps me out big time with the recovery. So, and the Float Place as well.
Boom. How do you enjoy that flow place?
Oh, I love it, man. I'm gonna get back there soon just to kind of take it all in. I like to reflect, after the fight. So sometimes I go in there blank. Sometimes I go in there and I visualize the future, or sometimes I go in there and I reflect the past. So now it's nice to go in there and kind of bring myself back to the fight, and go through it, and feel it again and relive it.
Yeah, perfect. I guess I should have been a little more specific, like post fight. How does it feel to go in there? But that's awesome. That's
Yeah, man,
awesome.
for sure. Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, again, I appreciate your time, man. I'll let you get back to it. We can't wait to see you back in there. Congratulations again. It was well deserved. Great fight, my man.
Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it, man. Boom.
Boom.